everyone. Thank you for joining me at Kyla's Karmic Tarot. My name is Kyla. I'm going to be doing a reading for Aries today for the month of February. I have been practicing tarot for about 5 years, studying astrology for my entire life. This is my first video on my channel. I am a self-described constant learner, always learning new modes of spirituality, new ways to read cards, and slowly acquiring new decks. I hope you enjoy these first videos and stick around with my channel long enough to see how things progress. But I'm really excited to bring this to you and hopefully share some guidance and mutual energy that is beneficial to you for the month of February. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm using a classic Rider-Waite deck that's a little bit too big for my hand size, but it was my first deck. I still enjoy it the most, so I'm going to continue using it until I get one that's a little bit more palm-sized, which I'm sure will happen very soon in the future. So, mind my messy shuffling style. I do read reversals, and I am an intuitive reader. Universe, please connect me with the spirit of Aries for the month of February. Please tell me what is coming up for Aries in the month of February. Spirit, please give me clear, guided messages for the sign of Aries for the month of February. Please tell me what's going on in their lives. Tell me whether it's work, personal, love, spiritual. Spirit, please tell me what's going on for the sign of Aries in the month of February. Spirit, please connect me with the sign of Aries for the month of February. Please tell me messages for everybody's greater good and to offer them guidance, peace, hope, guidance. Tell me what Aries needs to hear. Spirit always tells me how many times I need to shuffle my deck. That's what I'm talking about. You'd think I would have upgraded by now, but I just haven't. I like the Rider-Waite deck. I have it already. Felt like I didn't need to invest anymore, but if I'm going to start doing these readings, gosh darn it, I'm going to invest in a deck I can actually shuffle. So we have 8 here. I'm going to cut the deck. I'm going to lay out 8 cards. Alright. I'm sure if you can see the cards here. An overarching energy, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, which means coming out of mental conflict, being unbound by your thoughts. Let me take this in. You know, honestly, my overarching feeling about this is that you are somewhat isolated in this point. I see that you do have somebody in your life, probably somebody a little softer, potentially a water sign, somebody kind, jovial, sweet, maybe makes you smile when they come around. However, I don't see you joining forces with them. I see you being isolated, maybe feeling stuck in a cycle you haven't been able to get out of, not really meeting up with friends, certainly not meeting up with this person. And it has a lot to do with not being sure. This person, who is this person? They don't really seem like they have a lot to offer you. Maybe not good enough. Maybe they're younger than you. Maybe they're not as high up as you. Not as prestigious of a job. Not as good of a degree. In any case, not your ideal partner. Not who you thought you would be with. So, I think this is somebody who's been around for a while, who you've entertained. But I don't see that you really are interested in getting together with them. And in fact, there may have been some heartbreak between you. The Three of Swords is here, next to the Justice card, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So what this says to me is you're kind of afraid to start off on a new journey, taking the first step towards something new, towards a situation that would be in your best interest, more along the lines of what you feel you deserve and what you do deserve. The first steps are eluding you because you're still stuck in a cycle with the World in reverse. And there seems to be so many options looming ahead of you that it's hard to make a decision on how to move forward. And the reason that things didn't work out with this person, this Page of Cups, is because there wasn't equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You didn't feel like it was good enough. And you considered all of the other options available to you elsewhere. But it didn't come without a price. You did feel heartbreak over this Page of Cups person. It's never easy to feel like there isn't adequate reciprocation. If you were giving a lot to the relationship and not receiving anything back, of course it could cause a level of heartbreak for you. But let's go a little bit further into this. Spirit, angels, guides. Please tell me what else Aries needs to know about this situation with this Page of Cups. Please tell me about this cycle that hasn't ended yet. Please tell me about these next steps that they're concerned about taking and all of these options looming ahead of them. One of which, or likely many of which, probably would bring the man of justice into their lives. Could have been a lot of injustice associated with this person, considering there was a lack of reciprocation and heartbreak associated with them. But I think that you know that. It's not surprising to you. You know you deserve better. You know that there are steps to be taken. This cycle just needs to end. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It speaks more to the stagnancy. Page of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. overarching is the Six of Cups in reverse. The person who I was speaking about before, the younger person with whom you had relationships, or a relationship with rather, the memories of them, I don't think you look back on fondly. And I really think it's time to leave the past in the past and carry on. Complete this cycle that's been stagnated with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the World in reverse. And move on. And I see that you have the power to do this because you're showing up here in your reading as the Queen of Wands. This is you. A beautiful fire sign. She is strong and stoic and looking off onto the horizon. She's capable of pulling herself out of cycles, and sometimes cycles aren't clear cut of when they're going to end as much as we want them to end, or as sure-footed we are in taking steps down the path that we think is going to lead ourselves out of the cycle. Sometimes that is the correct path, and sometimes we find ourselves on an alternative path. But the fact that the Queen of Wands is brave enough to take those steps is what pulls her out. I think right now, with the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse, that you are legitimately not sure what steps to take. However, because you have this Queen of Wands energy, you will be strong enough to take a step. The other card you have here is the Page of Wands. And that's going to be the same energy as this Page of Cups. They're going to come back, he or she, if they've ever even left, and have fiery news to share, a new message. I can see here he's looking right at her and saying, hello. I'm not sure if you can see these. Sorry, the glare on my computer isn't, or the camera rather, coupled with the glare from my kitchen table or my kitchen isn't actually really ideal, but bear with me while I get my bearings here. He's looking right at the Queen of Wands with an offer of love and passion, and but the Queen of Wands is looking away, and the Page of Wands cannot court the Queen of Wands. He can make gestures toward her to get her attention, certainly, and he is certainly confident enough to try. He's not on a Queen of Wands level. Queen of Wands is confident. She is driven. She is bold. She is fiery. A Page of Wands is still a page, and while he has that fiery nature, it's not always directed in, or channeled rather, in an avenue that makes him effectual. He's immature, and there's nothing wrong with being that way, of course, unless he's a grown man. However, it's not what you're looking for anymore. This cycle with him, he's over on this side, which is the cycle of stagnancy. It's a cycle of not knowing which steps to take. It's a cycle of not reconciling. It's a cycle of looking back on the past and saying, I actually don't really think about that situation very fondly. He's not going to move forward with you into your future. Of course, this can be male or female, given that it is a general reading, but I am just reading the cards as they are gendered, at least at this point. So I'm curious, now that we have a good overlook of the situation and what is going on in the month of February, what is Aries' best course of action? I think, it's really time to leave this person in the past. They are going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming back to you. They're going to continue to try, even though they're not skilled, they're not suave, they're not methodical, they're just full of passion for you. But I think that that this is a cycle from the past, and that you're about ready to get out of it. If only you could find the right footing to push yourself ahead. So, Spirit, please give me cards to show Aries' best steps in the month of February, maybe going into March, to get out of this cycle. You seem to have stagnated with this person who's seemingly still present. Two shuffles here. And 2. 3 cards, the Empress, 3 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. Crowned by the Knight of Wands in reverse, which may in fact be a continuation of this energy, or I'm actually picking this up more as you, in that any type of fiery communication you've contemplated sending to this individual who is currently in your life, or was in your life in the recent past, who you're ready to get out of the cycle with, is you're not going to do it. The communication passion there is going to be directed towards your future. And I see this quite plainly. You are very, very clearly in your own power. You have more fire energy with the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. And here's you as the Empress stepping into this exuberant, nourishing, fertile energy, ready to move into unseen territory. You see it. You're standing here full of energy. You see the horizons. You see your ships coming in. In both of these cards, it's showing that same energy. You're still not quite sure what steps to take, but I think changing your mindset in the month of February is going to be your biggest action item that is going to benefit you into getting you out of this old stagnant cycle. Understand how valuable you are as the Empress, that you can accomplish what you need. You are capable of it. And turn away from this old stagnant energy, this person, this cycle that you've completed, and look out and ponder your future. See the opportunities that are available and know that you are capable of them. And instead of floundering in this energy of what do I choose? There's too many options. I'm not sure where to go. I'm not sure what step to take. I can't get out of my head, can't get out of this energy. Understand that you can. And stop and look at everything that lies before you. And the thing about it is I'm saying, I have two words of advice based on what I'm seeing here. Look, certainly, but realize that other opportunities exist, most importantly. You are not stuck, and you have everything in your ability, everything needed to get yourself out of this cycle, but you don't need to take any action right now. It's not the time. I think your best course of action, and this is the second thing I was going to say, don't communicate anymore with this person. I'm not saying that's easy. Maybe it is for an Aries. I'm a Pisces, so I'm soft and tend to hold on to things. But my advice would be to the best of your ability, cease the passionate communication, even though clearly you do have passion for each other, given that you're both showing up as wand signs. There is some love here based on the Page of Cups. This person is probably still expressing it, probably still proclaiming it to you. It's a very hard offer to resist if you can't even see the future, if you can't see that other things are available to you. It can cause you to stay stuck in this past because at least you know he is there, he or she. But you're so powerful in this reading. This energy is so positive with the Queen of Wands and the Empress. You're fully within your power to make a different decision and to leave this person associated with an old cycle in the past who has hurt you. And that needs to be recognized. A lack of reciprocation and a broken heart related to this person is probably reason enough to leave them and consider a brighter horizon. And I see there's a very good chance I'm advising you on all of this and you already know. I mean, you're already this powerful Queen of Wands energy, powerful Empress energy. There's justice here for you. You may have already taken it. You may have already taken a stand against this person, knowing how Aries are, tend to be direct and courageous. That's the beautiful thing about the sign. When this person hurt you, you already stood up for yourself and said, hey, this is not fair and it's not equal and I want justice for myself. You've already done that. You're already powerful. But now this person won't leave you alone and you find yourself stuck because of not being directed. And like I said, I really think the past, this person, this old cycle should stay in the past. I think this is over. I don't think that there's anything else to rehash here. I think you need to come into your power, realize that there's a lot of opportunity ahead, and stop talking to this individual. I want to give you something positive because I realize how frustrating it can be to just say, change your mindset, change your life, and for you to say, okay, well, if I'm just looking out at the horizon, watching for my ships to come in, well, what is going to come in? I get it. I watch tarot readings too. I wouldn't really want to be left with that either. And I do hope that makes sense. Feel free to leave me a message in the comments if it doesn't. And I can clarify a little bit more. But let's see what opportunity is on the horizon for Aries. And and I think it goes without saying this was obviously a love reading. I really do think it was. There are enough indicators here, and just the energy that I picked up is about a lover. Show me what's coming in for Aries. What are these opportunities that they're stopping to consider, to dream up, to imagine? What is coming toward Aries? What is coming toward Aries? I'm going to do 5 more shuffles. I would appreciate if you don't ridicule my terrible shuffling. These cards really are very hard to handle. I understand that it's just atrocious, but somehow Spirit still gives me the messages that I need. I think that was 5. We'll do one more. One more? Okay. Maybe. As I talk about it, of course it gets worse. Okay, what is coming toward Aries? Let's see here. Ace of Cups, King of Cups. Oh my gosh. This made my heart absolutely palpitate. I seriously felt a flutter in my chest. I think that is what you are going to feel when this happens. How extraordinary. I couldn't imagine a better thing to look forward to than this. This is a rebirth of your emotional life that is connected to a person who is a king, who is not only in control of his emotions, but also his personal dominion, meaning his friends, his job, his ideas, the ways that he manages his life, his plans for the future. And also a man who brings home the bacon. I mean, look at him. He's very well dressed. He's upright. He is handsome. This is a match for this Queen of Wands, not this Page of Cups, not this Page of Wands. He's part of the old cycle. He's just, to put it bluntly, just not on your level. He is not good enough. But there is this person on the horizon. My goodness, it's like fire and water here. You're going to have somebody loving, dedicated, family-oriented, who wants to devote themselves to you and to the relationship and isn't going to pull any of this garbage of non-reciprocity, of being hurtful, of stagnancy, of anything else that you experienced with this Page character. This man, this is somebody different. This is somebody on your level. And with him, you're going to experience a complete emotional revival here. How extraordinary is this? This is love. This is, feeling like the love that you've had inside of you that has been stagnated or maybe trickled and streamed out to this other person in the past is, finally being able to be expressed because you're finally with a partner who will meet you halfway, and even more so, who will allow you to open your heart and open your emotions and have this new beginning. This is what's coming. When you're, stuck in the cycle, not knowing what to do, having this person pester you still, thinking back on the past, is being kind of sad, dealing with this broken heart even from all of the, injustices, not knowing how to take a step forward. When you come into your power as the Empress and look out of the horizon, this is what is there. I can't imagine a better impetus to do that, to turn your head right now, come into your power. Look at what else is out there. Leave the past behind. Stop communicating with this person. This person is going to match you energetically, but in order to find him or her and have this emotional new beginning, you have to get out of the cycle that you're in now by doing what I prescribed. Not saying I know everything, not saying I know everything about your life and what's going on. I don't even know if this will apply to you, but coming into your power, leaving this person in the past, believing in your future. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Believing there are opportunities, gazing at them, and as a confident, self-assured Aries, I don't think that that's a problem for you. I think that you know that you are powerful and know that you can manifest your future. You just have to do it. And you don't really have to do a lot. You have to change your mind, or not change your mind, but make up your mind to leave this other person in the past and move forward in a different direction in your own power, towards this King of Cups, towards this Ace of Cups, towards love, towards fulfillment, towards reciprocity, towards, I just want to take a deep breath when I'm looking at this. All of this stuff before is messy, it's painful, it's childish, it is confusing, it's stagnant, it's stuck. And we go into this like fiery energy, which is more your strong suit. You probably feel a little bit more at home, looking out into the future, thinking about your opportunities, and then this opportunity, when it comes in, it's like the water falls over you. I want to make a joke about it being fire and water, sizzling, steamy, that too, but it also really quenches your heart. It cools you down. It lets you breathe a sigh of relief and just drink in this wonderful, wave, pun intended, of love and emotion. This is what's coming. I mean, this is not a small thing. This is amazing. I mean, it's just, I know it's hard where you're at right now. I get it. The stagnancy is hard. Not knowing where to go is hard. But just trust and believe that there is this beautiful thing on the horizon. You know what to do. You do. You probably didn't even need me to tell you what to do. You know to come into your power. I mean, come on. The Queen of Wands and the Empress. You're already a powerful person. You understand there's opportunities for you. Maybe you just need a little bit of a reminder when you're in this tough energy of being stagnant, of having this persistent person in the past who's still kind of, hey, I'm still here. I have passion for you. I have love for you. And you're saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how to get away from this. Well, guess what? You do know how to get away from it with a little bit of focus. And now you can rest assured that something wonderful is waiting for you on the horizon. So I really hope this helps. I think this was a really wonderful reading. I think you have a lot to look forward to. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. My contact information is also below. I will start offering personal readings, and I will get all of that information out in my bio section as soon as possible. Please bear with me. I'm just setting up this channel. I'll get it sorted out, I promise. Anyway, I wish you all the best for February, Aries. You're going to be just fine. Things are going to be actually quite quite good. And I will see you soon.